You're tuned to Russ McClellan and Friends on the Real Estate Show Home Sweet Home. Let's get back to Russ.
And ECs. How you doing,
Hello. I'm doing great.
She's our new team leader at North Central Washington's version of Keller Williams. And we have some big plans. Our goal is to change lives using real estate as the vehicle to do that, right? To the life people want and the life they deserve. So as a team leader, what you going to do? What you going to do? You going to change the world?
Oh, of course. I always want to change the world. I do. I mean, honestly, it's one of the reasons why I was interested in this position, correct? Like, I've been in sales. I could just try to do sales anywhere, but it's the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, to change their life for the better, to help them grow their business, right? To change their business, anything that they need that's a positive impact. I think that this role could really create that for people. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. And you're immersed right now in training.
Yes,
and
a lot of training.
What I love about that is a guy I knew once upon a time said, I got into real estate. He became a multimillionaire. And he goes, I just didn't know anything. So I was dumb enough to do what they asked me to do and smart enough to keep doing it. Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's one of the things that I love about you joining our firm is A, you're from somewhere else. Mm-hmm. B, you face some adversity, you've overcome it. You have a ton of enthusiasm, which is the fuel that's going to drive happiness. I think the one thing that can drown out hate, I think Bob Marley said it, was love, not more hate. And I think enthusiasm is what can drown out pessimism, not more pessimism, not more negativity. I think there's enough of that. All you got to do is turn on the TV. All you got to do is look at social media. There's enough negativity. I want to drown it out with enthusiasm. I want to show people that in this town that we live in these towns, I should say, around North Central Washington, anything is possible. If they want to be a millionaire, we'll show them how. If they want to own a house, we'll show them how. If they want to just make enough money to buy their kids AAU basketball shoes and not have to stress, then I'm going to show them how. That's what real estate can do for families, right? We can really create freedom. And so many people, I think, feel trapped, ECs. And the fact that you have this incredible drive and enthusiasm and face adversity, and now you want to share this love and share this passion and share these ideals, and not just the tactics and strategies, which, we'll show you how to lead generate. We'll show you how to get your license. We'll show you how to get out of your job. We'll show you how to, if you have a job and you can't quit, we'll show you how to transition. If you want to just be a referring agent, we'll show you how to do that. All of these things you're learning how to do from scratch. Mm-hmm. But your world, what's trained you for this position is everything that came before today, right? And from this moment forward, and that's the message through example that I want other people listening to understand. Wherever you're at, and I don't really care where it is, it can be better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can find positivity. One of the things that we focus on is what we call the 6 personal perspectives, which is briefly, we believe in self-mastery. And really, to me, all that means is that you always have to try to improve. You have to want to improve, right? Mm-hmm. But improvement doesn't mean more money. Improvement doesn't mean more things. Improvement doesn't mean status or titles. Improvement,
success doesn't always mean money.
Right.
It's everything is, what does success mean to you?
Yeah, I think success personally means to me is that I fail one time after another without the loss of enthusiasm. To me, that's successful life. I'm pressing envelopes. I also believe in the 80-20 rule, which means that we can show you how 20% of your activities can make 80% of the results that you want. We're going to focus on something called E to P, which means that we're going to take your gunslinging entrepreneurship manner, and I mean everybody that I'm talking to right now, the whole people in general. And I'm one of the number one E to P guys that I work on. That's entrepreneurship mindset to purposeful thinking. Okay. So we wake up with strategy, not reaction, right? We know what we want, so we know what we're going to do to develop those habits to make that happen. The one I think you're going to be most powerful at is assassinating people's limiting beliefs. I want them assassinated. I want to murder limiting beliefs. I think they're crap. I think that the world is full of negativity, and the herd mentality that pulls people down needs to be destroyed. So our world means we assassinate people's limiting beliefs, but by politely doing it, by giving them strategies.
Doing
right?
it nicely.
Doing it nicely.
I love that.
Right.
You're so right. I've always thought, especially when I still lived in LA, it's what I saw people were stuck in, like a bubble. They're stuck in a bubble, and it's generational. And it's almost like you're cursed, right? And you're going to do the same thing that they did, and everybody's remaining stagnant and just not moving. And they're just stuck. And I feel like I saw it as a bird's eye view, and I want to go, no, you have to get out of that cycle, because that's how you give yourselves those limiting beliefs. And, you're a person that's living without purpose, and finding your purpose is so important.
Yeah, and in developing habits is easy to say, like, hey, I'm going to get in shape. Well, it's a lot easier to say, hey, I'm going to get in shape, and then it's a lot easier to go get a beer and a donut than it is to go to the gym, right? So developing habits around, and they can be little habits. And the thing about helping people is that we don't start out like today. I probably haven't exercised in 6 months. That's a true story. For some reason, I had knee surgery.
We're changing that.
Yeah, right. And for some reason, when I had knee surgery, my limiting belief was the rest of my body can't move either. I'm not sure why. And now I can still walk, but I'm still like, no, I had knee surgery, so I can't lift my arms. Yeah, trust me, I'm a fool. So, sometimes I'm just, talking crap. But the idea is this, that I'm going to start somewhere. I'm not going to start by running a marathon, because that's defeating. Right? If I said, okay, Russ, go run a marathon. Well, I might have been able to run a marathon before I stopped working out, but now I might have to walk to the mailbox first, and then start there. And then tomorrow I'll walk to the end of the block. And then the next day. And so we do these little incremental habits that we change to get the right mindset.
Little realistic goals that you can accomplish every day.
Exactly right. And that's what we're going to help people do. One of the things that is important in the 6 personal perspectives is to be learning based. Right. The one thing that's beautiful about real estate is there's 7 or 8 generations of people from different backgrounds, different ethnic groups, different this, different that. And yet we can all learn from each other with an open mind. Everybody brings something to the table that is unique to them, that the group as a collective can be powerful with. Right. So there's no one person that's smarter than anybody else. And if anybody in real estate thinks they're that smart and they're not learning based and they're the ninja of real estate, well, run away from them as fast as humanly possible, because they're going to suck your brain out of your life, right? They're just going to suck you into their little cosm of arrogance, right? Just get away from it. When people are humble, and no matter what people have done in their past, no matter what mistakes they've made, if you have forgiveness and grace and you can bring that to the table and you can share in that becomes powerful as a team, as a familial connection that we have, and the reciprocating loyalty at Keller Williams. And you are going to spread that joy.
Yes.
I know you are. And then the last one that we like to focus on is accountability, right? So at the end of the day, we try to help people develop the habits, these little incremental habits, to get the life they want, the life they deserve, using real estate as a vehicle to do it.
Yes.
And as part of that, we can change so many other things: self-confidence, self-esteem. Again, through assassinating one limiting belief at a time. Even if the people that we talk to when we're sharing our plan that can help them get where they want to go, even if they don't believe us, we can still spend time with them. We can still work with them. We can still listen to them. And sometimes people are like, I don't want to be recruited. Okay, well, that's cool. I like loyalty. I love loyalty. My question is, are you loyal to you or your broker, or are you loyal to your family? Because what we're here to do is change your life and be selfless doing it as a company. We're here to profit share with you. Who else is going to profit share with you? So when you hear those 6 personal perspectives, self-mastery, 80-20, E to P, limiting beliefs, learning-based, and accountability, what comes to mind with your future, ECs? You're about to go reach out to a bunch of people and talk to them.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, first of all, I thought about, something that you had said, what does success mean to you, right? And you're just going to try, you're going to fail. I think for me, I've cold called 8 years ago, right? I've been told no many times. I worked in timeshare, right? And people are so scared of the word timeshare. So for me, I know that I am not scared of certain things that other people might. And I feel that I really understand you when you say, no, you have to try it to fail, and that's how you learn. So I think that that's going to really help me in this situation, that I know that I'm already reaching out to people. I'm trying the best that I can to reach out and to share these ideas with people. And it's going to get there. I'm not going to be perfect. It's not going to work, right? It's not going to be perfect or pretty in the beginning, but I think it's going to get to a really structured process that we all understand and where we can just be bigger and more influential.
Yeah, the systems and the tools, the models and the tech are all laid out for us. It's how we got to be the largest real estate company on planet Earth. It wasn't by accident. And the good news is that when you're committed to improvement, anything is possible. And this is a relationship game, right? So the biggest challenge for people is really in our world today is trust. I always tell people, like, if we get a buyer call, for example, on a listing, and the listing says, hey, I'm calling you about XYZ Main Street, whatever. And the agent on the other end goes, have you been pre-qualified? And that's the first thing out of their mouth. It's probably not a good relationship builder. That's like saying, I don't trust that you have anything, so I'm going to judge you first, and then I'm going to get to know you. What we do is the opposite of that. I believe mindset eats strategies for breakfast. And at the end of the day, it's just a relationship game. We're just helping people and nurturing people. And hey, you know what? If I can help you in your business and you never join Keller Williams, I'm happy about that.
Yes.
And so I might be able to share, you might be able to share some strategies, some mindset issues. And then, we'll see if we can help each other in business, even if we never actually are in business together. Yeah. We're colleagues, right? And I think it transcends into everything, not just real estate. It's really a way of life. Right? Are you going to live through a life of abundance and love and joy, or are you going to live through scarcity and negativity and pessimism? I think abundance is a better way to go.
Abundance is the way to go. We love that word.
I appreciate being here. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I'm really stoked for everybody.
I am too.
Keller Williams.